The Jogan's connection to the Pure Land will make a lot more sense with this new detail that I just found. What if this missing karma is actually the seal of Shibai, which will take the story of Boruto to a new height? The new symbolism of this sign is what made me think so. So let's find out what's about to come. There are tons of unexplained plot points going on in the story of Boruto. What's even interesting is that these new plot points deal with the never-before-seen characters and legends. Unlike the original Naruto, where every character is somehow related to each other, the legacy of Boruto is all about new characters and how their decisions led to him losing everything. However, we shouldn't forget that all these characters that we have seen so far are going to have an exciting backstory of their own. Like the true tale of Amado, which seems to be more fishy than reviving a dead child, or the secret of Aida and Demon, which made them compatible with the DNA of an Otsutsuki god. But the one character who will be getting the most anticipated role in the story is none other than Shibai Otsutsuki. I have discussed Shibai's connection with Boruto plenty of times, but before getting into how he's responsible for the Jogan, let's figure out the connection that Amado holds with Shibai, cause it could unveil many secrets regarding the ultimate fate of Boruto. The main point of focus for this video is gonna be the missing karma sign from the Kara wall. I feel like it has something to do with the Otsutsuki god for a really solid reason. Amado might be conspiring something which is way more frightful than what has happened in the story so far. It could be creating an artificial Otsutsuki god, and the reason I think this way has something to do with Shibai's story. Earlier I felt like all the godly powers that were utilized by Aida and Demon can only be used by an Otsutsuki god who has ascended, but it seems like the revival as well as ascension process of an Otsutsuki is way more complex than what it seems like. After consuming millions of chakra fruits, an Otsutsuki automatically gains godly powers and is free to move around like a mortal being. It was confirmed by Amado when he said there is even a possibility of Shibai's murder. Even Momoshiki said that the Otsutsukis who had once turned into gods have messed up with the minds of humanity. This means an Otsutsuki gains the title of a god after consuming a set number of chakra fruits and even before ascending into a higher plane of existence. This hints that one of the main reasons for Otsutsukis to transcend further might be to escape death permanently without the karma procedure. However, the interesting part here are the remains of Shibai that provided some divine powers to Aida and Demon. I feel like it's possible to get the karma out of a dead Otsutsuki's body, which weaponizes the body of the vessel completely. This raises the possibility of Core's claw marks, which are also a Shinjutsu, to actually belong to a deity. There is a complete theory on how Core's white karma has ties with Shibai Otsutsuki, and I will cover that some other time. For this video, let's take this assumption of extracting karma from the remains of an Otsutsuki to another level. What if the heptagram seal had been extracted from Shibai's remains and is now present somewhere on Aida and Demon's body? We have never got a clear glimpse of their palms. They are always covered or closed for some reason. This might be because Kishimoto wants to keep the godly karma part of Amado a secret to set up some interesting plots for the future. Another solid evidence that happens to prove the divine connection of the heptagram comes from the fact that this shape is known as the fairy star. This sign is known to possess enormous magical powers across many pagan cultures. For those of you who don't know, pagan refers to a person who worships many gods and goddesses. It is often used to describe a person whose religion is different than the majority. Keeping this thing in mind, it can be concluded that this sign definitely has some ties with the Otsutsuki god. So the possibility of Shibai's karma being extracted from his mortal remains is really high. Now that we know Kishimoto has taken inspiration from paganism while coming up with the concept of Otsutsuki gods, it seems like the mystery of another devotee from the Narutoverse can finally be solved now. I'm talking about Hidan and the deity whom he used to call Jashin. Remember the emblem of Jashin that Hidan used to draw while performing his secret techniques? While many of his abilities have the characteristics of a Shinjutsu, and since this shape is also a bit similar to the heptagram, we can conclude that this is the karma of Jashin. And maybe Amado knows about this as well, since we saw him using the same symbol under Delta's capsules. But the point here is the backstory of these mysterious beings, and Jashin being an Otsutsuki god, most probably the one mentioned by Momoshiki, is also a blunt possibility. Another thing which hints at the same is that Mirai's novel, where a second worshipper of Jashin was mentioned, has got a manga adaptation. While it already had an anime counterpart, the manga adaptation might be a hint for the plot of Jashin to return in the Boruto series. So now that we know the remains of an Otsutsuki god are powerful enough to mimic all their powers, how will all of this help us to solve the Jogan mystery? Well, the answer yet again lies in the 7-pointed star. I feel like some symbolism was used by Kishimoto while converging this element into his story. Fairy star might also be a hint to the fairyland, referencing to the world of Otsutsukis. It might be a place which is totally astonishing to human beings and beyond anyone's imagination. Well, so if Otsutsukis live in such exotic realms, then why do they become travelers for life, for the sake of attaining godhood? childhood? Well, I think this must have something to do with boredom. As we know, there is always a cause and effect situation in plots of fiction, so the reason for Otsutsuki to seek power might be because of the luxuries that they were blessed with. The concept of karmas and other unimaginable abilities makes them no less of a wizard, which explains the magical connection of the fairy star. So all this remarkable world building will be making its way to the manga in the second part of the Boruto series this August. Now whether it will be a 3-year time skip or a mini one will remain a mystery for some time, but let us not forget the commitment of the author, which is to make Boruto an even greater series than Naruto. This brings us to the plot point which connects Shibai Otsutsuki to Boruto, leading to a number of unsolved mysteries. I'm talking about the Pure Eye Jogan and how its connection to the Pure Land has become more obvious now. The Pure Land is a place in the Narutoverse where the soul of a dead person resides. However, there also comes a middle plane of existence known as the Purgatory. Usually people having regrets from life reside in this plane as they are not able to move on to the Pure Land with that burden. Back in Naruto Shippuden, Kakashi met his father Sakumo Hatake there, who wasn't able to transcend into the Pure Land due to the regret of leaving his son. However, after acknowledging that Kakashi does not hold any grudge for him, he was able to enter the Pure Land. The interesting part comes during the war arc when Obito figured out that he can meet Kakashi even after dying, since all these realms are enjoyed by chakra. The same can be applied to the case of an Otsutsuki god who is connected with the entire chakra of the universe. My theory is that Shibai Otsutsuki willingly transcended into the Pure Land, and the reason Amado and Momoshiki did not mention this possibility is because they have no idea about the existence of such place. This makes it clear that the eye of Shibai possessed by Boruto is a clear hint for the place where his soul is residing. The fact that all of it is connected with chakra, Boruto meeting Shibai sometime in the future is a really huge possibility. The purpose of the Jogan and the true role of Shibai depends upon whether the Otsutsuki god is a benevolent or a malevolent god. We can't say that he's totally on the side of the good guys, taking in account the number of planets and innocent lives that were destroying during his hunt for power. However, the act of ascending to the Pure Land might have changed his mindset towards the multiverse. This could have led to his Byakugan evolving into the Jogan or the Pure Eye upon reaching the land of Pure. He must have chosen the son of Naruto, Boruto Uzumaki, for this divine power, mainly due to his Otsutsuki genetics. So in conclusion, the Otsutsuki biology of Himawari and Boruto is something like this. They both were born with pure Kaguya-ness, considering their parents held the chakra of her sons. The special prowess of Boruto attracted Shibai, which ended up in him gaining the Pure Eye. However, when Momoshiki took him over, the fusion of their genetics not only suppressed both the divine power as well as the Otsutsuki power in Boruto's body. I even get some arguments in comments which say Toneri granted Boruto the Jogan. Well, he only made him aware of this power. The Pure Eye was held by Boruto even before the Toneri episode, according to the anime's timeline. For more interesting Boruto theories, check out this video right here. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting stuff. I will see you next time.